Overpass. But if Mirage was anything to go by, I doubt that this one's going to be over fast. And Team 1 starting the defense. You had to get a corny joke in there somewhere, John. Heavy util set up for GODSENT, but I seem to be going quick in towards B, and it's a good read because it's just Pesa on the site. It's a retake setup for Team 1 with heavy presence and connectors, so they've exchanged positions. Bomb's going to go down, and with Taco in the back lines, oh, this backstab could be brilliant. What's he going to get? Not much, actually.
Oh.
There's one. With just the Glock, he couldn't chew through them fast enough. Still does keep the numbers in their favor as this site take comes in. Maluk, blind or no, will get a kill. Dinked up, but not dead just yet. And that's a huge one for SNS. The numbers falling apart here for GODSENT. They just need to buy the time, but the defuse is on, and they've got it. Team 1 win the round.
All right. I don't know how Maluk survives that whole engagement. He's blinded. He goes in for a blind shot, hits the headshot miraculously. Then, even more miraculously, as mentioned, he stays alive. And he goes forward to continue to contribute in that round. And Team 1 just stick to the defusal. They lose the bodies, but it doesn't matter. They pick up the pistol round victory, and they've been pretty good on those pistol rounds so far tonight. 1-0 in their favor as we jump into the second round of action. And once more, GODSENT do have that bomb plant after suffering a loss on the pistol round. They will buy up off of it. An AK, a Galil, 2 Deagles, and the MAC-10. GODSENT sending a couple of players in towards Playground. And they will have a third joining them. That is the bomb carrier. XNS and TRK are wasting no time gaining this aggressive and early space in towards water. And they're having a peek and more full control towards this B site. They can likely rotate back around to A once they push into Monster and realize that no one is home.
Information. Processing. Long flank. They're going for the long flank, Johns. The question is, will GODSENT take enough time on this hit to allow them to do it? Still a lot of ground to cover. Up here by the sign, Maluk hoping to take first contact, and TRK hot on the flank. Who's gonna get this contact in? Where's that first shot go? The sign. Maluk takes one, almost the second as well. Bit of damage on the flank. Mao, and now the flank's coming to fruition. They're not ready for this at all. They're still setting up their util. TRK forcing the issue, though. He might be spotted, but it goes a little bit better when your rifles just kill everyone in front of them. And the flank only needs to get a couple.
Once more, GODSENT. I mean, look, it's a limited buy-up, but I don't want to say too much about it. But they have a couple of rifles in that round. They left their flank completely exposed, opting against going for the having the lurk there towards that B site. If you have a lurk there, then at least you can get some information. You know the flank's coming, and maybe even get a kill out of it. Instead, 2 players just walk on out and pincer GODSENT as soon as they're trying to get their execute going. Not to mention, the front lines did the job with a couple of frags for Team 1 as well. So great work from them, and here comes XNS spraying through the smoke. Gets only one, maybe a second one. He's alive. He gets the second and the third with the USP. Still alive throughout the entire round. Not a body dropped. XNS with 1 HP, Mike. Oh, boy.
Goodness. What a way to do it. 3 kills, 228 ADR for the man to this point.
Oh,
5-1 through 3 rounds.
He's making a case for himself, at the very least.
Told you, man. If he's not on this team, he's got to be auditioning for the next.
For sure.
That's a powerful motivator. Hungry dogs run the fastest. Isn't that the saying?
I don't know, but it sounds legitimate.
Well, I think it is legitimate. Lotto with a ripper of an opener. Maluk down for the count. That's the AWP dropped as well, and it was fairly isolated as towards long, so they might actually go which just discovered that there was a little puppy dog who settled in behind my chair, which I did not know. And he just very rudely got interrupted and woken up by the fact that I moved the chair. Sorry, bud.
Why are you moving the chair?
I know. I failed to let sleeping dogs lie. Another dog-related metaphor.
That one I know.
See what we got? Any more idioms we can break out here? Dog day of summer. What else we got?
No.
Can't teach an old dog new tricks.
There you go.
I feel like Maluk always learns new tricks, though. Guy's definitely the oldest player on the server.
I feel like that was a bit of a slight at him.
It's not, dude. I'm just so impressed always by Maluk's longevity. Love that dude. Yeah, here comes the take. DK getting an important reinforcement point. He gets one, but they realize there's a second player here behind the planter. They do not. And Pesa makes his escape. Shot free. Oh, he just dives back
No
in.
way.
The flashbang was good, and the kill is better, and it's all falling apart. Nothing doing here. This one comfortable, as that's going to be long secured, and that sets up the site players beautifully to take it all.
I think we still need a few more rounds before the tone is set here, but the early signs are pointing to Team 1 taking control of this one early, 4-0 in their favor. The reason I say we still have to wait is because GODSENT have only had a couple of proper rounds, right?
It's
so maybe even only one.
It's such early days. They've had a force buy and one gun round.
Yeah, there you go.
Next gun round, well, maybe we can start to draw some conclusions.
Okay.
Perhaps. But it's definitely not an
Eagles.
auspicious start. Still plenty of times you just get absolutely bulldozed for the first 6 rounds and finally get a chance to make something happen as a tease.
Well, I mean, they should be able to buy up in the next one. Oh, Deagles are out, as I was
All right.
saying.
All right.
Tiago gets the headshot.
That was the story on Mirage, right?
Yeah.
Team 1 winning the gun rounds, but dropping to the Deagles. Pesa, though, that's a nice cleanup. Secures connector, allows them to battle around on the rotate, and eventually GODSENT's going to have to go back for that bomb. So I'll have to be a little bit wary. Make sure they don't get caught off guard. Taco's been lost as the lurker. Now you've just got these players towards A, and now they have to go back for that bomb, and these individual plays are not finding home. Deeg shot's not connecting. Their chances slipping away.
Yeah, this one's done. I mean, Lato's been heroic, right? But I think this is too tall of an order even for him. He might get a frag here. Yeah, but I mean, the time is ticking away, and he has to get quick frags in order to make something happen. And throws that smoke out just to try and give himself a one-way. And they are chasing quite aggressively. I don't know if that's the best of ideas. Lato, well, he doesn't. Okay, done and dusted. IDK gets the 3K, and it is 5-0 for Team 1. Only a slight scare in that round, but here come the rifles on out for GODSENT, trying to stem the bleeding. They have to slow things down a little bit, try and find that space, and work around, I mean, just play some defaults, right? Let Team 1 come to you. Team 1 have shown they're not shying away from the aggression here.
Maluk going for the fast play. He spotted him. But that shot is baited out. Now Barton with a flashbang. They're putting pressure on for the Alter. And he opts to get away. Heat turned up there in the connector, and he wants no part of it. They'll seek a cooler climb. TRK looks like he wants to go for a poke, though. Is there a flashbang for this? This could be awkward. This could be interesting. Ahead of the flash is X and S. That's one. But it sets off the bells ringing for his teammates to get in position. And it's working out beautifully. They hold on. Those alarms coming in just in time. And Henny's trying an opener, but the rifle hasn't connected with his friend so far. And that flashbang is perfection. Pesa finds 2 more.
Wow. That was a fantastic flash from the IGL, as you would expect. One of the top players in terms of flashes thrown on his team per round at 0.72, and he's also got the most flash assists per round on the squad at 0.12. And well, yeah, you can see why. 6-0 for Team 1. GODSENT onto the full loss one and saying, you know what? Let's use that money to buy up once more. 3 AKs, 2 Galils coming into this round. Maluk going for the peek into connector. Almost gets Barton. Barton somehow managed to slip away, but Maluk's got a beat on him. He's going to be smoked off, and now he needs to temper that aggression a little bit, or else he's going to pay the price. And he does get tagged down to 22, so he is going to retreat and make sure that he does not go down to dirt early on in this round, as GODSENT are poking and prodding towards this B site, trying to get a boost set up. I think Team 1 may have an audio cue here. Yeah, they're boosted up, waiting for it. No, they back off of it. I don't know if they saw Lato there, Mike.
I gotta tell them sort of ankling. The utility came whizzing by, and they opted to reposition. Now they've got 4 players bundled in towards this site, so they've got real numbers here. 3 committed, 1 real fast rotator, and then a player to come down top on. Can they actually execute on this fight? Maluk lost. He didn't have the health. Exchange that spam battle, but
oh no,
they haven't cleared water. That bomb's planted. Pesa a kill, but here's where it's gonna get messy. IDK taken care of. That's important. And there's one on the site, but they've dealt with it. It's all on Lato, and Lato has no health. Lotto, 9 points of health, is going to rely on the element prize here. He's got around Monster, but XNS will check it. And with that, Team 1 find their 7th round in a row to start out this
Mike,
game.
it felt like GODSENT had them bottled in, did it not? Like, I mean, you had them all playing in towards pit, and for a moment, it's like, okay, GODSENT just have to swarm them and they'll take them down, but that never happened. They shied away from the fight, maybe confidence issues starting to seep in, and just couldn't do anything. Team 1, some excellent play. They did not fall back. They pushed up towards that B side, excuse me, and they managed to find the frags on all the players that were trying to defend. So I don't know, even one GODSENT player gets caught off towards sandbags, not to mention right before the bomb gets blanked, there were a couple of frags into sandbags. Team 1 going to get the opener again here, and that full loss bonus is at least helping GODSENT and the continuous bomb plants, right? But I don't know what they need to do to find a round here at this point. Barton is going to get Pesa to make it a 4v3, but still, Team 1 have the advantage, and yes, Maluk is pushed out here. So much.
Get weird with it, and they don't even need it, because XNS is a one-man wrecking crew right now, John. Here's what they need. They need to kill XNS. Man is 14-2. Multi-kill after multi-kill after multi-kill. They just can't get past him.
14-2. I mean, look, XNS is a player who's been very mercurial, right? He's up and down and has these matches where he looks absolutely unbelievable, but then can't do it on a consistent basis. And even in the loss against Pain a couple of matches ago, he was their top frag with 37 frags and a 78.1 ADR. So he's capable of putting up the numbers, leading the team. That nade's not going to be as chunky as you expected, Mike. And he's flashed now. And he fires away, gives up his position, finds a headshot somehow. Lotto trades him out, but it looks like GODSENT might get a bomb plant out of this. Maybe, but they've got players surrounding them at every corner, and IDK is going to take down 2.
IDK, those are huge kills. Now the bomb's been dropped. The moment was there. The magic was there. Maybe the pistol magic from last map through, but this time it runs out. It runs dry, and Team 1 take that so comfortably, John. Maluk had max money. Maluk has money out the wazoo, right? He's rocking the 15-6. I mean, this is ridiculous here. The cash is built. 9 rounds have been run. GODSENT are not even having particularly consistent success with getting on towards these sites.
Oh, yeah.
Getting demolished.
This is not the GODSENT team that we're used to seeing. And I think at this point, Mike, we can confidently say that Team 1 have the edge here on Overpass in the opening moments. They have made a statement.
Some sort of instability is here for the GODSENT roster.
Yeah.
If you're wondering whether there are credences to the rumor, something's going on. Something's going on.
Might
for
be
sure.
True. Might be true.
Meanwhile, Team 1 playing beautifully, right? XNS, like all the weight's been lifted from his shoulders. Sometimes change of scenery, a wake-up call could be all you need. I mean, reminder. When Team 1, well, you talked about him as a mercurial player. Well, he was a huge part of the reason why Team 1 made Pro League.
Yes.
In the season where they won Challenger, right? They went on an absolute tear, and XNS was the player who was overperforming. Everyone else was kind of playing to their expected roles, and then XNS was just dropping these kind of multi-kill rounds all the time, and that propelled them over the edge. So if he could find that kind of form with any consistency, this team, or whatever team he ends up on, could be incredible. But this time, they might have the entries. They're going to have the bomb plant. They got the advantage, but only for a moment. Barton collected. Lotto finds pace again, a little bit hasty. Out of the lip, and that's going to work out. GODSENT are finally on the board.
Yeah, just a clean entry is what GODSENT needed into that B site, and they finally found it. After that, it was smooth sailing. XNS, the one to go down for only the 4th time in this match. And in fact, everyone only dying 4 times except for Maluk, who's at 5. But XNS has been that player that's just been a thorn in GODSENT's side, and they finally get an answer. Yeah, no, I mean, just talking about XNS more, should they win this one, and if he finishes off with a very convincing scoreline, I think it's a hard thing to bench him, right, for the rest of this season. At least keep him in Challenger League, because putting up those numbers is very solid and will certainly help you, especially considering he's also a playoff performer. Anyway, look, I have no idea what's going to go through their minds after this match, but let's see what GODSENT can do to get back into it. And Dumao, key players to open things up for this squad, does get that frag onto IDK.
It was a big piece of propelling them into the matchup on Mirage. Obviously not quite far enough. But if they could get him hitting here, he's been quiet on Overpass. That would be a massive piece. They're going to come in towards B. TRK's got a chance to pull something nice here. And they're just going to dry walk it. They're going to dry walk it.
What?
They dry walk it, and TRK kills too, unsurprisingly. No flashbang, no smoke. They were just hoping no one was watching. This might still work out, but it's getting very messy indeed. Down to the 2-on-2. Trying to go for the bomb plan here. 44 seconds. Henny gonna need to touch it down to dirt, and pace in the water is the big threat. And he's going hunting. He's going hunting, and he's got it! It was Dumao, actually, to get the kill. They were peeking together. This nade could be deadly. Timing gonna be everything. 25 seconds, it goes too soon. And there's the spot. He's seen the one. He's got the shot. The bomb's dropped. Dumao's in the open. The USP, no! So close. 4 points of health, but there's the hero round for Dumao we were looking for.
Wow. Oh my goodness. The round on the tip of Maluk's fingers, and he just could not close it out. It was the right call to go to the USP. Probably his teammates communicating, yeah, he's got to be low HP. We hit him pretty hard. But it doesn't come through for Team 1. So close yet so far, and GODSENT. Maybe that's the breath flight they needed. Here comes the Yertle the Turtle boost, and they mess it up. I think they're going to probably abandon this at this point, Mike, because you need to get it early, otherwise there's no point.
Luke,
nice shot.
He's got his opener. TRK burns alive elsewhere, though. Going for a little bit of aggression towards construction, perhaps. I think Spam and Molotov finishes him off. Oh, they're trying to push out a monster again. What's XNS looking for this time? Ooh, whatever it is, he's found it. Taco gets his revenge. This time he managed to walk out monster. That's what he was trying to do in the last round, and IDK will look to deny, but we're on the wrong site. IDK is wrecking havoc upon the pace is still here and healthy. Oh, boy. Thought he had that in the lineup. But Barton swinging back around the pillar takes him down for the count. IDK still alive. Now with a teammate to support. He's creeping forward. They're not expecting him to go forward. They're expecting him to have fallen back, and if he finds this flank, they're leaving. They're gone. They've given the slip. They're into connector. They're resetting entirely. They don't want this. They don't want this heat, and when these smoke fades, IDK is going to realize what's going on. That sends Maluk back up. They're still going to have to contend with the AWP. They're going to have to go toe-to-toe with his big AWP. And Maluk's got the angle. They're both coming up bathrooms. If he just commits to this read, if he just commits, he could shut this whole thing down. They're going to give him a chance. They're going to give him an opportunity. They're coming into the angle, and he's got the first. That drops the bomb. Molotov going to go in, prevent one of the plant spots, give himself some cover with the smoke. Force him from fighting him. Maluk, masterful maneuvering, but not enough. And enough time for Lato to put that bomb down to dirt. The clutch required of him once more. But it's only one more player. One more to find. He's got AWP to do it. IDK's low. This actually works in his favor. Only one shot needs to miss to give him the chance. And the bomb could actually be defused behind the truck, right? He's going to try for it, but Lato knows his lineup. Lato knows it. He's got it. He catches him just before the smoke wins as well. And that's going to be the round secured. Beautifully played from Lato.
Yeah, well done. I mean, there was really no reason to try and pop onto this to the defusal so quickly, but well, as a result, Lato, as you mentioned, did see the head just a moment before the smoke blooms and gets the insta headshot. Well played. Didn't need the headshot. Overkill, of course, with the AWP, but GODSENT have 3 in a row. This was 9-0 for Team 1, and they've been relegated down to pistols. Here come the nades sailing on forward pace, and nothing you can do but watch them come his way as he drops to dirt. Maluk waiting now with the USP. Nothing else towards long A. 3 deagles surrounding him, and honestly, Team 1 are trying to get some aggression here in order to find frags, but it's going to be a very tall ask of them. GODSENT trying to power their way back into this match. Oftentimes working from behind here tonight, and IDK finds 2! You've got to be kidding me. Somehow, some way, Team 1 have found a way to make it into this round, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. Still, you got 2 AKs.
There's something to do here. There's something to do here. Taco spots them. He's got the info, and he's going to send his teammates towards A as a result. But here's the thing. They're headed towards A too.
Yeah, maybe they realized.
I don't think they realized they were seen. I just think this may be a situation of trusting some information that's a little bit stale, a little bit faulty. Bomb's going down, though. That can't be denied. This retake is not appetizing. They got a smoke. They don't have a kit. They've armor, but on the player who's a bullet away from death, thereabouts. So what are they going to do? They're going to try and slip away. They're going to try and keep these guns alive. And the question is Taco about to get a backstab? Is he about to take these guns away from them?
Oh, they think they're safe.
Uh-oh. 1 down. 2 not down. XNS survives. He's got an AK. Can he get away? Time to put on your running shoes, XNS, and book it. Oh, dodges that op shot.
XNS, what?
Oh, he's going back across, assuming that he won't have seen, and he's correct. That's a nice bit of trickery from XNS.
He could get another frag off of this. Or does he die? Oh,
no, he
almost
lives.
dies.
He lives at the absolute last moment. He lives. Lotto needed a quarter of a second there for a shot to connect, but none is available.
So a timeout going to be called here, I'm assuming by Team 1. Yeah, Team 1 calling a timeout here. Want to talk things over as they will be investing into this round, and having lost 4 in a row, they want to realize, what is GODSENT exploiting here? Why are we unable to stop their push? And I mean, it's really been mostly the B site, but also a couple of hits towards A that have gone their way, and Team 1 looking for answers now. They still got a sizable lead, pretty comfortable at that, but we can't forget that Overpass can typically be very CT-sided, so the more rounds that GODSENT can start to pile up here on their T side, the better. Maximum, of course, is 6. We'll see if they can get there, or if Team 1 can get their way into double digits. Either way, it'll still be a very interesting match. Far more interesting than if Team 1 would just run away and held GODSENT to 2 or less in this half, which won't happen. Taco going to peer around the edge of the smoke, and he's got some control in water. XNS gives away his position, maybe trying to bait out a beat, or just dipped his toe a little too far. Either way, smoke's going to come through from GODSENT, and Henny's waiting for the boost above the smoke, but legs TRK, who will survive.
He's just trying his luck now, putting the fear into him. That AWP ringing out, minute 10 on the clock. The setup towards long has not been tested. Likewise, they don't know that they have all the space towards bathrooms just yet. Surprised they're sticking around in the boost, not just putting Maluk up on the planter and sending the other player away. But they're committing to this. And now, they might be rewarded. Dumal's come looking. Dumal closing the angle. And they give it up. They give it up. It's just the wrong moment. This is a fake, though. Is it going to draw a rotator? Well, Henny getting a kill might keep them in place. 35 seconds. They do have to commit. They do have to go for something. A player in towards Toxic. This could get weird. Is TRK going to be good here? He's got to be great. He doesn't have the health to spare. That's the first. TRK gets 1, but only 1. And there's plenty of time to scoop back up that parcel of C4, take it towards the site, and put it down to dirt.
Bomb has been planted.
Yep, so GODSENT pierce on through the defensive Team 1 once more. Timing obviously not in Team 1's favor, as they were trying to set up to take down GODSENT, but ended up backing off of their boost towards Flower Pot right when GODSENT were coming on forward. So IDK now just hanging around, waiting to save this A1S. One more round will remain in this first half, but to think that Team 1 were just in complete control. It didn't even look like GODSENT were going to make a mark in this first half, but they have done more than that with now 5 rounds in a row and leading the charge again here for Team 1. I shouldn't say again, because he was strong on Mirage, but not this strong as XNS, and IDK is getting in the mix, and now he's found Henny.
It's a little parting gift. No AWP for you. Nothing saved through. They'll be able to drop it, of course. There won't be an issue here. Though Barton might need to supply that. They want an op? Because if so, I think Barton's supplying that. Indeed, he is, and there it goes. We're into the round. So that does actually cost them. It costs Barton 1 nade. But otherwise, pretty darn good buy for GODSENT to try and get this last round. All pressure fell from the other side, and they're going to go a little bit more aggressive. The swinging towards Connector. Good damage from both sides. No killing blows just yet. They want to chase, but IDK is going to be able to give them the slip. Eventually. So util pressure towards A. We haven't seen this in a while. Taco actually going all the way back into spawn to set up some nades. Brings their own bathroom control being taken. Long was conceded. So they got this room, John. They got this real estate. They're rumbling on up. They're chewing up scenery. We're back to the signpost boost. But it's a fake. As it has been so far, their destination is B. They really like this B site. And it's worked. They've pulled the third rotator. They've pulled Pesadelo off the site. Now it's going to lie with TRK and XNS. Keep this site. And they're not going to be able to do so. Barton with 2 dynamic entries. That's the site taken. Pacer will get 1 from the heaven. But if smokes come down, well, there are no smokes. So never mind. They've got to do it with just the flashes. But Barton's position deep here. Pacer's not expecting it. He's dead. It's all on to 1. It's all on to IDK. He's gotten his way out. That bomb's committed. IDK! What a chance. What an opportunity. But what a round from Barton to send us to the half. What a comeback for GODSENT there. They were looking to be absolutely blown out of the server, and they make this look respectable. Now, on the CT side, the comfortable side, let's see. They can put some daylight, or close some daylight, I suppose. It's going to be a fast play. TRK finds one. Barton, a massacre on the others. Doom out, and Barton just shut it down. Bomb found as well. A read and an execution here from GODSENT sees only Pesadillo standing and 4 players. Fine, they'll swing him. A triple swing. There was no getting out of that one for Pesa, and that's a brilliant pistol for GODSENT.
Yeah, Barton, 2 great rounds in a row, which is fantastic. He looked a little listless on Mirage, but seems like he's finally picked up his game, carried over that momentum from the first half right into that pistol, and he is now leading the scoreboard for his squad at 13 and 13. 3 A1Ss, 2 MP9s, and of course GODSENT on their far more comfortable side of Overpass, which is their CT side. So let's see if they can batten down the hatches and close out Team 1 and send us to a map number 3, which is the quintessential map number 3, Inferno, and I think that one will be very, very exciting given what we've seen here on these first two maps. Should we get there, of course. And jumping through the smoke, hits the Zeus frag, the second Zeus we've gotten in this series. Dumao does manage to trade him out, but still, that is a ballsy play.
Yeah, that's top tier style points. Look, there's Zeus's where a player comes around the corner, you pull the trigger, and then there's jumping out of the smoke, timing it to your opponent's reload, and Zeusing him in the face. That's full disrespect. Henny knows he's just been Zeus now.
It won't matter.
It won't matter in the round, but the moral victory is with Team 1.
That's hard to do, honestly. Oh my goodness, XNS.
Brilliant.
Yeah, and now they'll jump on over to the rifles. They just needed that Zeus frags. That's all. It's like you said, it's the morale booster there for them, and they're good to go. Is the XNS is the Zeus's kill bonus still like? Is it 0? No, it's 300, right? You don't know?
sorry. My brain computed only half of that sentence.
Is the Zeus's kill bonus 300?
Oh, 0. Yeah, no, 0.
It's 0. Yeah, I was gonna
That's
say
why
0.
the disrespect gone.
Yeah.
You gain nothing except for taking their gun away.
I kind of wish it was more. It's kind of like it's harder than a knife in a lot of ways.
Yeah, but that would ruin the purity of Zeus kills.
Fair enough.
The Zeus is pure because you get nothing from it. It's a troll weapon. It's useful in a very, very slim number of situations, but it's brilliantly useful in those. Cheapest gun for a one-shot kill? Come on. It's a no-brainer.
Well, the knife is free and it's 1 shot from the back.
But you gotta have the back.
That's true.
And you gotta get even closer.
That's true.
You can't surprise someone as they come around the corner with a knife.
I mean, it wasn't always a 0 kill bonus, if I recall correctly. It was a change that was made, but yeah.
I'm just saying. Keeps it pure. Oh, Dumao's got the flank. He's gonna line up too. Oh no, he ran out of bullets.
Fluffed that.
That's really unfortunate. Dumao could have just ended this round. It's still looking okay. But look at the positioning for IDK. He's on the site. No one's here. IDK's like, hey man, come plant, because like there's no one on A. Dumao maybe was a little overconfident with his information, and that's a missed opportunity for IDK. The bomb's still going to go down. That can't be denied, but can Pesa find it? That's the question, and the answer is no.
Oh, Lato's feeling it. Great movement from him to first dodge the initial gunfire and win the opening engagement and then get the second one onto the bomb site. And, well, yeah, Team 1 gets a bomb plant out of it at the very least, but Lato is going to pull off the defusal just to make sure his teammates get the upgrades, the utility, the weaponry they want, and now he will complete it. We're all tied up 9-9. We started off 9 rounds in a row for Team 1, and now we've got 9 in a row from GODSENT to pretty much get back to where we started in the match. We're reset. Let's see who will come out with the edge here, and I would say, well, decidedly GODSENT heading into round number 19 because it's just going to be Team 1 going for the half-buy. They do have the Hero AK in Pesadillo's hands, but everyone else onto pistols, 2 Tech 9s, 2 Deagles. Could be a quick play with these 2 Techs, and it looks like that's the case. Will the Molotov slow them down? Well, No, they're just going to keep pushing using the smokes. But Dumao's waiting there in connector. He gets a couple onto TRK and XNS. IDK does manage to find one, upgrades to an AK, dodges the bullets, gets himself a second, but Dumao is there to continue to do damage onto Pesa and sets things up for Henny quite nicely, who will deal the final blows. That's going to be that 10-9 in favor of GODSENT.
So 4 rounds off the rip to start this half. Reminder, Team 1 around 9. Since then, they haven't won one. 10-round run for GODSENT. That's,
They like their round runs.
yeah, it's a momentum game right now, it seems. Investment coming back in for Team 1. Here's where we get the gun by, though. Here's the chance to end this momentum, to shut things down, to take this space. I'll play the fountain. But heavy utility from GODSENT. They do not want to give the space uncontested. And Lato. Oh, Lato looks like he wants to go for a poke. They're going aggressive outside of the sewers tunnel. XNS, I think, just spotted that. Can he punish? No. Dumao finds that kill. Dumao finds that space. That is so much map control given over. And GODSENT are going to take advantage of it. Lato. That's what he's going to. And he'll find the back, but not the kill. A missed opportunity there, a number given over, but with all of this space, with all of this information, GODSENT can still afford to gamble pretty heavily. They're wary of players coming out of connector, but Team 1's going to need to take some real time to clear out this flank.
Team 1 coming into this. Dumao's got the information, tosses the smoke down, and he's just going to wait here in Monster for Team 1 to push up, and Team 1 are hesitating. They know that the clock is against them, so they're going to have to make this push soon, but they're trying to wait it out and force Dumao to back off a little bit. And, well, he does. So now they're going to be able to push into Monster. 30 seconds left, but they got to make their play fast. And utility, Mike, it's so light. Only a flashbang and a Molotov. Oh, boy. This is not going to be easy for Team 1 to find.
GODSENT left the site vacant, though. It's just Dumao. He's got support from Heaven. Good flashbang. That's all the support he needed. Taco just set him up. That flashbang just about ended the round. 13 seconds. They're backing off. They're saving. They don't even want to try this. They can't. They know they can't. So they'll keep what little they have and try and keep it alive in the next. Hope that no one gets clocked, and that is GODSENT's cap on their 11th round in a row.
I mean, that's great utility usage by Dumao and great patience. You know, he just waits and waits and waits for Team 1 to rotate back around. As soon as he spots them, tosses a perfect smoke down to keep them at bay, burning time off the clock. And by the time that Team 1 is able to get into Monster, 30 seconds left, they have to rush things. They don't have smokes to help them out. Only a flashbang and a molly, and the flashbang wasn't good. As GODSENT were able to shut them down. So, Team 1 still winless over the last 11 rounds. Henny peeking out towards Fountain, and he doesn't lose the opening duel, but he misses the shot. In fact, both players missing, both Maluk and himself, and he's going to fall off of that. Pesadello into those lower tunnels, or at least on the ladder, waiting for a push to come through. And so far, it looks like both teams are content to wait things out and see which one gets more eager. Excuse me.
Well, XNS, the eager little beaver that he is, gained a whole site, but what merit him to gain a site? He should lose his life and his teammate. Apparently, it don't matter him much. That was so much space, but they couldn't do anything with it. They didn't even find damage, really, on the Taco. So, nicely done for Taco. Shutting the gate. Sort of, for once, actually closing the door after the horses were loose. Closing the barn door after the horses were loose, but it kind of worked out this time. So now, more horses. Oncoming. Team 1. Looking like they might be ready for the glue factory. Pesa doesn't get that, but Taco kills them all. He even killed Barton. His teammate a necessary sacrifice to win this. So Barton upriver, and with it, secure the round. GODSENT show no signs of slowing down with no bomb plant there. Team 1 will not be able to contest this one properly.
Nope, they're going to go for the half by here, and just GODSENT are putting up a wall right now, and they're saying, look, it's on you, Team 1. You want to get through? Try us. And, man, they are answering every single time. Oh, goodness gracious me. Team 1 are back to pistols here. Smoke's going to get tossed by Lato, and he's pushing up aggressively. He wants to find the opener quickly, and he gets it. TRK drop, Lato says mission accomplished, swings around over the top of the smoke to get the second. Maluk connects on a ridiculous deagle shot, which was required there just to take down Lato, who's just moving around the map masterfully. That said, look, Team 1 still only have 2 players left, and this was a half buy, but GODSENT just looks so formidable right now. It's tough for Team 1 to find anything.
That it is. That it is. They're getting utterly denied. Comes a creep up. Just the deals in this one. Luke, Pesadello. Got that rifle. They're gaining ground. They're gaining territory. They've only got 40 seconds to work with, so they're doing this pretty quick. But he's going to come to check from Taco. Has he seen them? Yes, indeed. Molotov down. Now he certainly knows. That's going to section off Maluk. Henny well prepared to receive him. And now it's looking dire. What slim amount of possibility they had has just about been snuffed out in front of them. And Henny will take both those kills to see through round 13.
Another timeout called by Team 1 here. What do you do? GODSENT 3 rounds away from closing this one out. Didn't think I'd be saying that given the way this one started out, but yeah. Team 1 will be able to fully invest here. Maybe the question is, well, 1, do you go for AKs across the board and full utility, or do you put the op on Maluk as you usually do? And yeah, it's going to be the op. You got to try for it. There's just so many angles you can hold with the big green. But what's the strat call? What do they mix up here? Got to try something. I don't even know what. I mean, GODSENT has the answer to everything. They've been mixing up their strats. They've been going passively. They've been sending the aggressive player on forward, as they did with Lato a couple of rounds ago. It's tough to read. It really is. Team 1 are going to drop the bomb there for their teammates going into the tunnels, and they're going to smoke off the Molotov, sending TRK into the playground, flashbang over the wall, and now he's peeking around just trying to make a little bit of noise and attract some attention, but the actual hit is likely going to come towards the B site. Bomb still dropped, though. Hasn't been picked up. So maybe Team 1 is going to poke and prod and play off of this opening frag, should it even come.
A lot of spam going in here. Sense of desperation on some of it. A nice tiny peek for Dumel. Confirms not a lot of information, but it confirms that they don't need to be worried about a really quick hit through construction. Is that going to float a third player up? It could. Spam attempts here from Dumel. He's itching for the fight, Henny. Outside. The timing on this is beautiful. No presence towards long, no ability to punish that either, so Henny gets away scot-free, and that just worked out wonderfully for GODSENT. They get information confirmation, they get the shot, and Henny will get one more before he is traded. Now they need to pressure Lato, but he goes forward, proactive into the fight, didn't want to wait for them to clear his corner, and indeed, he will set up the next. They're backing away, though, because they've got flank in the form of Taco. He's coming out the bathrooms now. They can't plant there. Take it towards the truck. Maluk, desperate. XNS backstabbed in the bank, and it's all on to Maluk. Finally, a bomb plant, a no-scope hit! A 1v2 here. And Maluk may have just given himself that slim amount of space he needs to make something magical happen. Maluk dropping off the truck. He is silenced. No magic today. Only the spell that GODSENT have cast over the server as they take their 14th round in a row.
Oh boy. And the great news for GODSENT is that everyone is starting to find their rhythm. It's not just Barton, but the whole squad is fragging out whenever they're called upon. Dumel leading the scoreboard at 21-14 as he's apt to do, but this is just domination. Team 1 did manage to at least get a bomb plant out of that round, which is great. It means they can get the utility and the AKs, but obviously they need the rounds. They're probably shaking their heads wondering how it even got to this point. Lato staring down from Party, and he will back off of that angle, realizing that it gets a little more dangerous as time takes away on this clock, and it's a good idea. He's looking for that boost now, and a Molotov's going to greet him, so he has to fall off this position. Well played for Team 1 utility-wise, but Lato does not want to give this up. He was trying to go back into it. Finally does go towards the A site, but he's got a player inching forward from connector. TRK is watching. He takes down Henny and makes it a 5v4. Finally, a man advantage to work with, and XNS makes it a 2-man advantage, but only briefly because Barton's for the trade. Dumal can get a couple here. He gets one, then the second, trying to line up the third. Dragon! No, denied, but Barton's there for the trade, and Mike, Team 1's down to only one player.
One player to deny the 15-round comeback. And Maluk will be able to do no such thing. Map point found as GODSENT stand on the precipice of tipping us into the inferno. And what a way to do it. They've set this server alight. They have set it ablaze, and Team 1 have been helpless spectators on this journey. It feels like they're as much along for the ride right now as we are, John, because they have just been taken on a trip, and the trip is not an appeal. They're going to go fast. They're just going to keep play in. Got to do something here, and it's fast in towards B. Barton. One and done. Now, him by the sandbags. Taco into support to try and set up a crossfire, and Taco might have an opportunity here. He's got the first. The second, not there. And instead, teammates lost. Teammates dropped. Tumao wary of the potential for the construction play, and it's working out. This might be Team 1 finally cracking the board in this second half. Unless Lata has something to say without it. CZ! And 2! Lapto